Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus a so-called black man. All right, this right here is an update. This right here is an update on the beast system, the infrastructure, and particularly the currency. This right here is an update on the beast system infrastructure, and particularly the currency. All right. And this is from, I believe the website was medium.com. And the headline reads, Federal Reserve testing digital dollar, central bank digital currency. And it reads, the Federal Reserve Bank has completed the first testing of central bank digital currency. The testing done under the name of Project Cedar. The testing highlighted the digital and blockchain technology legacy. This created a partnership with Bank for International Settlement Innovation Hub, BISH, BISIH, doing research for wholesale application of CBDC. And we're going to see what that means. And I'm going to cue up a little video and we're going to get that scripture and we're going to take it from there. Reading on. The first testing period lasted 12 weeks to see if digital assets can deliver fast and safe payments. And you know, they already got the answer to what they're going to do, but just for the public's sake, they got to, you know, make it seem like they're doing a research, but the end game has already been set and put into place. But just for the public perception, they need these stories to come out as if they working endlessly on, you know, getting this whole new age technology into place that's going to help you, the consumer, in the long run. But like I said, we're going to cue up that video. We're going to go into a little bit more deeper, and we're going to go into in a little bit more depth, and then we're going to get the scripture on it. So let me go back, and then we're going to continue reading this article, and then we're going to get the video. The first testing period lasted 12 weeks to see if digital assets can deliver fast and safe payments. The purpose to see if possible to have cross-border payments for the global economy. And we're going to see what that means. All the testing is theoretical, no guarantee it will work in the real world. Okay? The final decision will be made by the Federal Reserve Banking System. Fast check information by Ronaldo Marquez, Bitcoin's website. All right, stay with me. I'm going to come back and we're going to get the video.
Cross-border wholesale payments are financial transactions conducted between central banks, private sector banks, corporations, and other institutions. Foreign exchange spot trades are among the most common cross-border wholesale transactions. These transactions are conducted bilaterally between central banks and private sector financial institutions, as well as multilaterally between various counterparties. The foreign exchange market is the largest wholesale market in the world, with over $7 trillion in daily turnover. Enabling safe, fast, low-cost, transparent, and accessible wholesale cross-border transactions is critical to the functioning of the global economy. Currently, cross-border transactions function well, but there are opportunities for improvement. Today, most foreign exchange transactions take 2 days to settle. During this period, payment senders and recipients are exposed to settlement, counterparty, and credit risk, which, among other things, can hinder an institution's ability to readily access liquidity. Project Cedar, the inaugural experiment from the New York Fed's New York Innovation Center, explores ways to improve cross-border wholesale payments using distributed ledger technology, specifically Blockchain. In a simulated foreign exchange spot transaction, Project Cedar introduced a wholesale central bank digital currency prototype to test whether using blockchain technology would improve speed, cost, and access to cross-border wholesale payments. The Project Cedar experiment revealed 3 key findings that show cross-border payments supported by blockchain technology can deliver faster, simultaneous, and safer payment settlement. First, faster, instantaneous payments by settling transactions in under 15 seconds in most cases, a vast improvement from the current typical 2-day settlement period. Second, reduced counterparty settlement risk by supporting simultaneous or atomic transaction settlement for payment senders and receivers alike. Third, more safe, transparent, and flexible transactions, accessible to a wider range of financial institutions, by enabling availability of payments on a 24/7 365 basis and increasing interoperability between multiple ledgers using the same technology stack and representing different currencies, private sector banks, and central banks. Project Cedar demonstrates the potential of distributed ledger technology to improve the safety, speed, and accessibility of wholesale cross-border payments. Visit the New York Innovation Center website to learn more about Project Cedar and how.
All right, so there you have it. From the financial point of view, how this CBDC is going to benefit you, the consumer, the individual, is that it's going to be able to have faster transaction periods instead of 2 to 3 days, 15 seconds, which is going to balance out the markets and not have so much liquidity, which causes, volatility in the market, which what the Feds can then therefore lower interest rates and pass off the savings to you, the consumer. And how are they going to be able to do this? They're going to be able to complete transactions through times when other times they wouldn't been able to do it. Who? The private sector, such as your banks, such as if you have your own small company, you're going to be able to complete transactions when you wouldn't otherwise have the means or the opportunity to. What am I talking about? Say, for instance, if you have a banking account with a bank that's not open through like the holidays, for instance, like Christmas or Thanksgiving or the 4th of July or whatever else holiday that Babylon acknowledge, that you as a small bank, as a small company, or just you in general, you may not have access to completing these transactions over the weekend, for example. But with this new this new digi dollar or this central bank digital currency, you're going to be able to complete your transactions, whether you, the consumer, or whether you as a small business or a private sector is going to be tied in with the larger institute, the Fed, which is why I made a video on the Fed now, because the Fed is getting ready to launch something such as a digital wallet next year called Fed Now. It's going to be it's going to soon replace those apps like Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, and other things where you get instant payments. It's all going to be revolving around one central bank. So all these other little apps is going to be obsolete. So they're getting ready to push that Fed Now coming in next year. So this is all tying in. So what's going to happen is you're going to be able to make real-time payments. And by doing so, it's going to lower the liquidity in the markets. And you're going to have lower interest rates, which is going to then allow you to get more bang for your digi dollar. See? the interest rates come down, you get more for your buck, man. The prices in the supermarkets, the food and the price in the supermarket ain't gonna be that high. When banks close overnight, volatility spikes in the market, man, which causes the liquidity to jump out, and then the feds have to raise the interest rates. Now in the forex market, it isn't that bad because the forex market is a 24-hour market. It has little liquidity because it's continuously trading. But in the forex, you do have different sessions, like the London in the U.S. So one bank closes, another bank opens. But when two banks cross over, then the liquidity isn't that much, such as the London session and the New York session. Well, even in the forex market, it shuts down over the weekend, or the spot market, whichever one you want to call it. That shuts down over the weekend, which is going to allow a greater volume of liquidity. So with this new digital dollar, what's going to happen is it's going to take away all that uncertainty, because it's going to continue. See, the B system going to be continuously running, because whether you know it or not, there's people out there that work overnight shifts. There's transactions that's continuously going on and on when the banks or the private sectors are closed. So with this new digital dollar, the transactions are going to continually to be managed. The transactions are going to be continually tied in with the central banks. And this is the whole purpose of this CBDC. This is how they're trying to sell it to you. It's going to be safer. Transactions are going to be done a lot faster. You're going to have availability. You're not going to have any downtime in the markets. It's just going to be a much safer and proficient way with this new digital dollar. And that's why you see all these other countries launching these projects, man, because they all on board with the program. So this is the infrastructure being set up right now. Now with this blockchain technology, you can do a lot more on this ledger than just keep track of transactions through the financial markets, or keep transaction with the spending of the dollar, digital dollar. You're gonna be able to keep your medical records on file. I did a video labeled "Buy Chip" because there's a buy chip that they using, for that particular reason. I labeled it the end all be all. So I did a video on that. So this whole project is the results has already been concluded already. They just trying to let you, the consumer, believe that they doing their due diligence and back testing every possible scenario that could go wrong. So yeah, this project Cedar digital dollar, that the feds has been testing, more than likely they're gonna roll out that CBDC, man, because it only makes sense, that we have a more proficient way of getting you, the consumer, or the small business, to what? To get more for your outcome, your output. Because right now, interest rates are at an all-time high. And eventually the physical dollar is going to crash and fall, and they're going to have a way to replace that. So they're going to come in with this CBDC, and through his, how they're going to label it, through his miracles, it's going to be able to get the economy back on its feet, because we're going to be doing real-time payments. And small private sectors are going to be able to be plugged in to the centralized banks. And this thing just going to keep running 24/7, man. Ain't going to be no downtime. You finish working at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., all your transactions still gonna be getting completed, man. You want to do a real-time payment at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning when the banks close, or you want to do a real-time payment when the holidays is here and you can't get to the bank or your bank closed, you're gonna be able to do it. You're gonna be able to complete that transaction through that FedNow. You understand? So through that FedNow app, you are now tied in directly to the central bank. Whether you're a private sector, like a small bank, or you're an individual. Now your transactions is being monitored on a ledger. And now they're going to be able to sell it to you like we can keep the interest rates, lower. We can monitor the interest rates a lot lower now, and we could pass on the savings to you, the consumer, whether it be through prices in the supermarket going down, or whether it be, car prices coming down, whether it be the house mortgages payments being lowered. They're gonna be able to pass these savings down to you, the consumer, man, and you're gonna eat it up, man. You're gonna buy it because you're gonna believe what they're telling you. You're gonna see it right there in your face. So you're gonna see it get a lot worse before it get a lot better, because they gotta make it so unbearable that you're gonna be begging for these people to come in with this new central bank digital currency to lower the interest rate so you can get more bang for your buck, man. So this is all by design. Everything is running its course right now. All right. So don't think it's just by sure happen chance that we just so happen to be getting closer and closer to them launching this CBDC. They done had this in the works for a while, and unless you know what's going on in prophecy, you man, you very well much so gonna take the end game when they bring out that real, when they bring out that real solution that they got in store for the mass, for the people who believe that this is gonna be it, it's just gonna stop at the CBDC. Nah, man. The CBDC is what they're using to bridge the gap between what they really want to show the public and have the public to acquiesce to. It's that mark. And we're going to read it right here in Revelation. And this is Revelation 13, verse number 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So eventually, after this CBDC, man, they're gonna come with that solution. Look for something. I mean, you can already see it in the atmosphere right now. A lot of people are feeling ill. A lot of children getting ill right now. And you ain't gonna be able to tie two and two together to see why this whole place is getting sick, man. From something that they administered to you during that time where they had everything shut down. Now you're gonna see the side effects. Now you're gonna have to come in and get that that solution. That what we just read right here. So, I mean, if you waiting on things to get back to how it was prior to when they had to bring out that, remedy for what they deemed was the reason that they had to shut down the whole world. If you waiting for things to get back to how it was before then, I mean, don't hold your breath, man. Because you very well much so gonna be swept up and taken by that roaring lion, man. So yeah, just wanted to give you an update on they, testing in their project Cedar and how they saying that the first phase was a success and they looking to launch that Fed now. Some people say it's not an app, but they looking to launch it next year, mid-summer, which is going to allow real-time payments with small banks or private sectors, you, the consumer, and you're going to be able to complete your transactions, and it's going to be a 24/7, 365, plugged into the feds, the central banks, who we know is going to eventually switch over, and instead of you having that Fed now, you're going to have that mark, man. So you seeing the infrastructure being put into place right now, right before your eyes. You saw it with the juice. You had to give them all your information. You went and got your prick. Who knows, who knows what kind of samples they kept from you with your personal markers, whatever you made of on file. So I'm trying to tread carefully how I speak, but if you can read between the lines, you'll know what I'm saying. So when you went down and got that prick, when you got that thing rolled around up in your mouth or in your nostril, they probably kept whatever that was on file pertaining to you. So they're gonna have a specific design just to fit you. So whenever they roll out whatever, crisis that's going to cause everybody to have to run down and get this, just be prepared, man. And know we've been warned. So when that day comes, you'll be more than prepared for when it comes at your front door, man. So yeah, that CBDC, man, that's gonna be, I don't want to say it's gonna be a game changer, but it's gonna be an eye opener for a lot of people who need that help, who are looking for, a relief in all this. Well, a lot of people don't know about the interest rates, but a lot of interest rates go up. When the interest rate go up, the dollar doesn't hold as much value, man. So when they can lower the interest rate, and if they can sell this to you as a way of, lowering interest rates and saving on and pass on the savings to you, a lot of people are gonna take that, man, because they're gonna be looking for that relief. They're gonna be looking to having a way to have something to eat, man, because prices in the supermarkets is going out of the roof. Mortgage, the cost of buying houses is going up. What? Car prices. I mean, all this is due to high interest rates. So when you can control the interest rates, they gonna sell it to you that they could pass the savings down to you by lowering the interest rates, giving you more bang for your buck, more bang for your digi dollar. And this is what the digi dollar is here to do. It's here to save you, the consumer, from out of the hell that you in right now with this physical dollar. Because through the physical dollar, you can't have the opportunity to complete transactions during times when the, banks would normally be closed. Like I said, that being the holidays and weekends and stuff of that nature, man. When you got transactions that can be completely monitored throughout the whole year, then you can control the interest rates, man, a lot better. And by controlling the interest rates, you can lower it and pass the savings down to the consumer, and now they can get more bang for their buck, and they can feel like America is back on track to being that once strong nation that it once was, where you can get more for your dollar. They're gonna sell it to you as the American dream, man. The new dream, the new American dream. So get ready, man. And who knows when they're gonna bring it in to existence. They may wait for the next term to be served. And who knows who's gonna be the face for that new term. They may run behind that. The new American dream. So who knows, man? Only thing we can do is be patient. Because it tells you in Habakkuk 2. Let's get it. 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So all we can do is just wait. It won't tarry. It surely will come. So, we just see we see the signs that they give us through these articles that pop up, and we read them, and we see how close they is to implementing this. Or we can get an idea of what they thinking of, because, they may try to throw something out there just to see how we react to it. So we just keeping an eye on them, man. Keeping in this word and reading these prophecies and staying plugged in and being sober. So let's go ahead and get that, and then we're going to close out. This 1 Peter chapter 5, and we go down to verse 8. So we like I said, we got to be sober. So this says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. So sometimes he puts stories out just to see how the public feel about it. And through his, I ain't gonna say, man, through his watchdog, through his different platforms, with these clicks and views, they know what's going on. That's why they set these things. That's why they set these platforms up, so they can get a feel for everything by clicks and likes and views and comments and such and such and such and such. They know exactly how to move. Man, you got to remember who we talking about. This man is a crafty hunter, man. This is one of the ways how he bases hunting strategies on. It's analytics. This is how you get a feel for the room. So we got to be prepared, man. We got to know that without this truth right here, man, we might well we gone, man. We might as well just lay down and just wait for this lion to come by and just pick us up and devour us. Cause he gonna get a lot more, man. Cause a lot of people know this, but they just refuse to hold fast to it, man. So we gonna wait and see, and keep coming up with these updates until it's that time. That when this word is withdrawn, that's it. You gotta go by what you know. So that being said, I'm gonna say be strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom.